Tell me what you notice about this clip.
Iniesta. It's almost where they were doing their kickball training in that part of the pitch.
Did you get it? Did you notice how the entire build-up was very simple passing and basic 1-2 link-up play? Almost like me and you can be on the pitch doing the exact same thing. And that's it. That's the thing. That's the thing that me and a bunch of young footballers are missing. It's the fundamentals. And I know what you're saying. Another video about fundamentals. What is this basic information? That's not why I clicked on the video. But check it out. 90% of football is played with the fundamentals. You know, the last 10% is, you know, all the cool, crazy tricks and skills and whatnot. But the root of football is driven in the fundamentals. It's the first touch. It's the passing. It's the long passing. It's the crossing. It's the dribbling. It's the shooting. So if 90% of football is rooted in the fundamentals, then shouldn't me and you be training 90% of the time on the fundamentals? And if you ever watch the pros play, you're going to realize a lot of them have the fundamentals at a base level. Let's say 8 out of 10, okay? So a center back can cross the ball at 8 out of 10 level, or a striker can, you know, hit a long ball at 8 out of 10 level. So all of the players, they all have their fundamentals at a universal base level. So it almost feels like a prerequisite, because the thing about the fundamentals, it's crazy. You can be the fastest guy on the pitch. You know, Usain Bolt used to play football. You can be the fastest guy on the pitch. You can be the strongest guy on the pitch. You can, you know, have insane shooting. But if you just don't have the basic fundamentals, then you can't overcompensate in another area of your game. You literally need the fundamentals. So now, how do I train? How do I actually get the skill of the fundamentals? Now, there's 2 types of fundamentals. There's the basic fundamentals, passing, the dribbling, the shooting. And then there's position-specific fundamentals. Now, position-specific fundamentals are a fundamental that a player is significantly better in based on their position. So a wingback has a really good crossing ability, and a striker has really good shooting ability, and a winger has really good dribbling ability. So if everybody has their fundamental at an 8 out of 10 level, then depending on your position, your fundamental in that position would be at a 9 or at a 10 out of 10 ability. At this point, me and you both agree that these type of fundamentals are very important for young footballers trying to go pro. But the thing is, we can't train these things all day. You know, we have limited energy, we have limited attention, limited time, we have physical capacity, we have a mental capacity. So we can't train these things all day, although they are the most important thing. So how are we able to close the gap between us and the professionals while working on these type of things? Introducing, this sounds like an advertisement, but introducing low impact training. Low impact training is a training style that allows you to improve your performance without physically fatiguing your body. Now, I have an entire doc with all the different ways you can train in low impact ways, but the beauty of this type of training is it allows you to be able to make incremental gains in your performance without fatiguing your body and taking time away from your team trainings, taking time away from your high intensity normal trainings. So one of the ways you can work on your fundamentals using this low impact training philosophy is called wall ball. Now, wall ball is essentially, it's in its name. You hit the ball against the wall on different surfaces, on different areas, and you can practice all different types of techniques. The more surfaces you have, the better, because the more variability in your training, you can train more things in different ways. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can do wall ball. You can do them aerial, you can do them grounded. I'm not gonna go through every single drill and exercise. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube, depending on your needs. I don't know what your needs are, I don't know what your position is, but you can go take this training concept and rack up a bunch of hours of fundamental training so you can really just close that gap between you and the other players. Now, another way to train low impact is partner training. You see, partner training is very similar to wall ball, but it allows you to work on very, very specific things you want to do. Because with a partner, you know, they can throw the ball in a certain area or whatnot, or even some fundamentals you can't train with the wall. You know, your first touch or your passing might be amazing with the wall, but how are you going to cross against the wall? You can't, right? And the beauty with these 2 type of trainings, wall ball and partner training, is that as long as you do it from a low to moderate intensity, you can do it for 3 hours a day. Obviously, you don't have to do 3 hours a day. You can do 30 minutes a day. But the thing is, it doesn't bleed into your recovery. It doesn't bleed into your sessions or whatever. So you can put in so many more hours and really close that gap. I know I'm repeating it again, but I really, really want to emphasize the point. This is a realization I came to after spending 5 years in and out of injury. I realized there's a big gap between me and other players, and I had to close it in the most effective, most efficient way possible. So hopefully this helps. My name is Alp. I'm an aspiring professional footballer. I feel like the football content on YouTube just doesn't satisfy what I need. So on my journey to being a pro, I share my lessons along the way, and hopefully you learn something from these videos. If you did, then subscribe.